So you're scrolling through your feed, right? And you see a talking potato, or maybe a pineapple telling a joke. It sounds completely nuts, but believe it or not, these videos are part of this huge, kind of bizarre trend. So yeah, let's get into it and figure out what is actually going on here. I mean, it's a weird question, right? But seriously, how do you make a talking egg get millions of views? Because this is the key to a whole new content strategy that's just blowing up online. How are people turning the most boring objects into these viral stars like overnight? Well, the answer is way simpler and a lot easier to get your hands on than you'd probably guess. And look, when I say viral, I really mean it. We are talking about one single short video pulling in numbers like this: 3.8 million views. This is way beyond just some quirky hobby, okay? This is a straight up content machine that has insane reach. And the wild part? This isn't some crazy complex Hollywood animation. Nope, it's a strategy a lot of people are calling YouTube automation. And the whole thing runs on just a few AI tools that literally anyone can get their hands on for free. You don't need a fancy studio, you just need an idea. Alright, so let's pull back the curtain and look at this secret recipe. What's actually in the toolkit you need to make this stuff? Okay, so the whole workflow really just comes down to four key players. And the easiest way to think about it is like a little digital production crew. You've got ChatGPT, that's your brain, it writes the script. Then you have Gemini, that's your artist, it creates the character. A video AI tool is your animator, bringing it all to life. And then finally, you've got CapCut, and that's your editor that ties it all together. But here's the real kicker, the thing that makes this whole strategy so powerful. Every single one of these tools, they all have a free version. And it's not some watered down version either. It's powerful enough to do everything we're about to go over. So the barrier to entry, it's basically zero, nothing. All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty, the step-by-step of how this is actually done. I'm going to walk you through how you can go from a totally blank page to a finished animated video in like just a couple of minutes. Okay, so it all starts with the idea. First thing you do is head over to ChatGPT, our brain, right? And you ask it for two things. First, a script for your object to say, and second, a prompt that you can use to generate the image of that object. It's basically doing all the creative heavy lifting for you. And the prompt itself? It's super simple. You just tell it what the object is, the tone you're going for, who your target audience is, and the language. And see, by specifying a US-based audience and an English script, you're already thinking ahead. You're optimizing for higher potential ad revenue later on. Next up, you grab that image prompt ChatGPT gave you and you head over to an image generator like Gemini. You just paste in the prompts, and now this part is super important. You set the aspect ratio to 9:16. That makes sure your character is perfectly formatted for all those vertical video platforms. Like YouTube Shorts, TikTok, all of them. Okay, this is where the magic really happens. You take your brand new character image, you take the script, and you upload both of them to a video generation AI. And what it does is it syncs the audio from the script with your picture, animates the mouth, and boom, you have a talking object. So now you've got an animated video. Awesome. But hang on, you're not done just yet. It's this final polish that really separates a good video from one that's actually ready to go viral. This last phase is just a simple little checklist inside a video editor like CapCut. You pop your clip in, hit the button to generate auto captions, pick a cool, eye-catching style for them, and then, and this is kind of a full circle moment, you go right back to ChatGPT to get your title and your hashtag. Now, let's just talk about those captions for a second. Think about it. Most videos you see on social media start playing on mute, right? So captions aren't really optional anymore. They're absolutely essential. And using a feature like CapCut's auto caption and just picking a trending style makes your video instantly way more engaging and, frankly, watchable. And then for that very last step, you go back to your AI brain one more time. You tell ChatGPT that you're uploading this thing to YouTube and you need a killer title, a description, and all the right hashtags. And it will just spit out optimized text that's designed to help the algorithm find your video and push it to the right people. Okay, so this whole thing sounds super fast, super easy. But that brings us to the big question, doesn't it? Is it actually worth the effort? I mean, can you really make real money from a talking egg? Well, first, let's just remember the effort part of that equation. Like we've seen, the whole workflow is just incredibly efficient. Once you get the hang of it, you can crank out one of these videos in, I'm not kidding, just a few minutes. Okay, so check this out. Here's a real example. One of these short videos got 1.1 million views. So what was the payout once the channel was monetized? 29 bucks. Look, it's not a lottery ticket, right? You're not retiring off one video, but it's real money. It's tangible. And that right there, that reveals the real strategy. This isn't about making one perfect, epic, long video. Not at all. It's a numbers game. You focus on quantity. You make a ton of these super short videos. By targeting that US English speaking audience, you're setting yourself up for higher ad rates. The whole goal is volume, just pumping out content to hit those monetization requirements fast, and then let the earnings stack up over time. And this chart really just sums it all up, doesn't it? The core appeal is right here. It's a low effort, high volume strategy. Every video you make takes just minutes, but each one has the potential to reach millions of people. That's a huge, powerful difference between the work you put in and what you can potentially get out. So that leaves us with one final thought. With AI making it this easy and this scalable to create content, are we looking at the new formula for how stuff gets made online? Or is this just, today's viral gold rush, a clever little trick that's going to fade away just as fast as it showed up? Honestly, the tools are out there for everyone now. I guess the real answer is going to depend on what people decide to build with them.